Hello, guys. Welcome to my new podcast. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just sit in my room and I think, why not? That could be a good idea. In fact, I am drinking coffee. I love the coffee. The this podcast in the beginning, uh, this podcast I was thinking about in podcast in Spanish, but the first reason that I am doing this is because I would like to improve my English. I would like to improve my speaking, to improve my phrases, my phrasal verbs. I would like to be better. I would like to understand more than native speakers. And because I have been studying English since the last year. So let me tell you something. I studied for 3 years in high school, and I didn't put many attention in this time. So I returned to study my English in the last year, more specific in the last September. So I can understand movies, music in English. I think it isn't that difficult, because if you are listening every day, if you are watching these videos, these expressions, every day you are practice, so that is not difficult. But the most difficult in my view, I think is speak. If you don't speak a language, you don't know the language. And many people told me about it. You can understand very well, but you don't know to speak. You don't have to speak. So this is the objective, to improve my speaking. Even if you are continue listening my podcast, and you can hear about some mistakes, like tenses, like pronunciation, because I am not perfect. I am learning in this moment, and it's difficult to express my words because I don't practice English. So I would like to improve my speaking with this podcast, with these short episodes about different topics, about life, about experiencing my life, about advice, quotes, something that I like to do, and this way I can to improve my vocabulary. So that will be difficult, very very difficult, because it's difficult when you are not living in like US, when you every day are listening or talking with native speakers. I think it's more easy to learn this way. When you are living in another country, it's more difficult. I am living in Mexico. Let me tell you about something. My name is Guillermo. I'm 22 years old, and in this moment I am studying civil engineering. So what I decided to study English, because in the future I would like to study a master degree, and for the master degree it's necessary to know about a language. So I think that the English is the perfect language for me, because it's a global language, and I can understand some words, but I don't know speak. But that is the reason. So for the master degree, you need to do a TOEFL exam. This exam you need to I don't remember. I think is 100. No, I think is 450 points in the exam. That sounds difficult, but if you are learn the grammar, or you can pass the exam. It's not difficult. But when you are starting English, when I was studying English, I think I need to practice more, because when I was starting English, and sometimes I did a oral exam. It's difficult to describe picture, to describe like some sense, because you need to improvise. I don't know if these words exist, whatever. But you need to learn, and you need to think. For example, I am speaking Spanish, so when I am thinking in English, the first I am thinking in Spanish, and then I think, how can I say this in Spanish, or how can I say this in English? So I command the language, and it's complicated to talk. But in this podcast, I'm going to talk more. I hope to be better. That is my objective. But I'm going to do a podcast in Spanish, because in the beginning, the podcast or the episodes, that it will be in English, but I'm going to talk about myself. I like to play basketball. In fact, in this moment I am in a team, and sometimes I like to go to the gym. It is the best for me, because when you go to the gym, I think you are free. Your freedom. And I told you I am studying civil engineering, and I like all topics about maths, about calculus, about these topics. So for this episode, I think this is all, because I don't know what to say. And the words leave me. So this is all. And finally, in conclusion, I'm sorry about my speaking. That's difficult to talk. I sure that in the future I'm going to talk better, but in this moment it's complicated for me, because in this podcast I think that I am not express me the best way, but it's a process. In my view, when you scared to jump, that is that you need to jump. I think is the best advice for this episode. So thank you for listening me, and I hope you continue listening the next episodes. The next episodes will be in Spanish or English. So thank you for listening to me, and see you soon. Bye.